And I was so scared to even sleep that night because I told myself if I'm going to die, I just want to be conscious when it happens. Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Indira Ganga, and as the title suggests, first of all, I want to apologize to all my friends and particularly my colleagues who would ask me what's going on, and I literally couldn't tell them. I was out of the office for 3 weeks, and the truth of the matter is it wasn't chronic fatigue. I had COVID-19, the symptomatic type. Let's go back to where it all started. So that previous week, like on Thursday, I began developing a cold. Like I was sneezing, I was coughing. My younger sister got me medication, cold cap and stuff. So we began treating it, and then by Friday, I was getting a fever. My sister says there's side effects of a fever, so of rather the cold that I was having. So don't worry, it will pass. Hi, Saturday came. No, this body is not feeling great. I told my sister I'm not feeling great because now I'm in so much pain and you don't know what's wrong with you. And I'm just like, I'm not feeling great. She's like, finish your medication. If it's not working, then we will see what to do after that. Come Sunday, my body was just beginning to give up on me and I knew something is not right. So we went to the hospital. I got tested for malaria, typhoid, and pneumonia. Nothing. So the doctor said, you know what, maybe you're tired, I don't know, just go home, try and relax, eat 3 meals in a day, just bath, watch television, relax. I did exactly that, but I still wasn't feeling okay. Monday was the scariest day of my life. I had to come to work despite how bad I was feeling because I was anchoring news and I was also doing a program called Metropole Business Center. But the more I would speak, I'd run out of breath. And it was so weird to me. It was so weird because I'm like, I don't have the COVID-19 symptoms. I still have my sense of smell. I have my sense of taste. I did have those symptoms like diarrhea and all the adverse symptoms, no rashes, no nothing. And my cough wasn't a dry cough, it was a really deep cough. But I'd say a word and I'm gasping for air. And I'm not one to like complain or anything because my sister said, don't go to work. And I was like, I just don't want corporate drama. And I had to go on air. And I was really struggling with every single word that was coming out of my mouth. I had to take deep breaths in between, and I just knew then that this had to be COVID-19, and it wasn't going to be asymptomatic. It was definitely going to be symptomatic. And before we went to do news in the evening, I called my older sister and I explained my symptoms, and she said, it's okay, you come in, don't be scared, we'll look at you, we'll take care of you. But my breathing was getting more and more difficult, like I was gasping for air. I go home, but I pass by the hospital where we've always been treated since we were young, and the doctor is just like, babe, go get tested for COVID-19, but in the meantime I'm going to give you an injection to help with the inflammation in your lungs. And immediately he injected me. I could feel some form of relief because breathing wasn't as difficult as it was. And he said, tomorrow, go get the test. I went home and I was so scared. And you read everything on Twitter, all those threads, you just see stories of my relative was gasping for air until they died. And I got home, mostly we wear masks, we don't see each other. I tried eating, I couldn't, I wasn't feeling okay at all. But my breathing wasn't improving, like I got an instant relief and then we went back to struggling. And I was so scared to even sleep that night because I told myself, if I'm going to die, I just want to be conscious when it happens. And I wanted to text my younger brother and tell him where my money is and how it should be split. And I said, that's too much trauma for a teenager. And then I knew that I had to make a decision. So I asked myself, if you were to die today, would you say you've lived? I got two answers. I've lived life by the book. Go to school, get good grades, get a job, be diligent, save your money, don't waste your money, don't go out, don't do drugs, don't do blah blah blah. I get a straight A. But all the things that I love doing, music, teaching kids poetry, just being me, writing, vlogging, I wasn't doing that because of what? Because of what? Because of chasing that corporate dream every single day in traffic, trying to what? To do exactly what? And that night I told myself, you're gonna fight. You will pant and gasp for breath until morning, and you're gonna get through this. Tuesday came, we went to the hospital, me and my younger sister, because we interact a lot, so she just had to get tested depending on my results. But I think everybody knew it was going to be positive. I was indifferent, and I got tested and it came back positive, and my heart sank because my dad is in his 60s, and the thought that you've taken a disease home and you've probably infected people and you could put them at a greater risk, I just couldn't bear that. So my younger sister got tested, and luckily she wasn't positive, so she was just like put on drugs to protect her, because she was now the one to look after me. And it shouldn't be like that. It's older siblings that look after younger siblings, not vice versa. They gave me the drugs. They didn't give me all the drugs, so my dad was really like a trooper during that time. He got me the extra drugs, ensured I got the right masks, and even when I couldn't sleep, really struggling, like he was always there asking if I am okay. And that meant a lot to me. And then now the symptoms began unfolding. I began having diarrhea. My body, I was itchy all over the place. Like I have scratch marks all over my body because of how much I was scratching myself. I had banging headaches that you just can't even sleep. And I remember getting so frustrated and saying, this is the first time that I am sick. Like I've been sick for a really long time, but that was the first time that I really felt I was sick. And I remember one of the people who we're in the same group with, he's a group admin, his name is Jeremy. He posted earlier before that he'd also gotten COVID, and I think he was one of my greatest support system, because I just texted him I think on Wednesday. I was losing my head because I was in so much pain, and I texted him and I just said, I'm so sick of being sick, how are you coping? And it's just like, you just have to accept that you're sick. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to be patient with your body. And I remember that day, like texting my best friend and telling her, if you can't wear a mask, like I texted so many of my friends who had told I was sick and said, wear a mask, because how I feel right now is not a joke. It's the fight of my life. And what was hurting me the most is I tried to abide by those rules most of the time, and most probably I got a disease from an idiot who wasn't abiding, but they have a better immune system than me. And now I could possibly die from this infection. And when Jeremy said, just accept you're sick, I remember when my body was giving up, I was just like, you know what, pain is good. It means you're fighting, and you'll keep fighting, keep fighting. And it was in that time that I began rediscovering myself and saying, life is so short to live by the rules. Life is so short to say, I want to please people. I want to live by the books. I won't take risks. No, life is so short. You think you're saving it for tomorrow. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. And I was watching a lot of YouTube content of creators who were just being themselves and living their life. And I said, if I get better, that is what I'm doing. I used to skip workouts just so that I can get an extra 30 minutes of sleep. I haven't been able to work out in like a long time, and it sucks. It really sucks, because once I began getting better, the body starts to go back to its normal self, but not normal. You're not living with that you're normal. I can't like say speak for an hour, and it's an irony because I'm in television, because I get tired and I am panting. I cannot spread my bed. I can't spread my bed without resting because I'm so tired. I can't even carry a 10-liter jerrycan because I'll get so tired. And I tried working out once, and I slept the whole day, and I felt like I was so sick because my body just couldn't take this, and the things that we take for granted every single day. You think you're entitled to it, you take it for granted. You know, breathing in, out. You're not even conscious when you're breathing until you have to gasp for that air. Is when you realize how much of a blessing some of these things around us are. Your health, biggest blessing ever. After the second week, I still had symptoms, so there was no need to get tested. But by the third week, I was COVID-free, and I was able to resume my life, though it's not a normal life. I'm living a new normal. My body is so slow, you guys. So slow. I cannot be able to work out. I cannot be able to do heavy duties. And my younger sister is always telling me, like, when she listens in at night when I'm sleeping, I'm breathing so heavily. So I guess it will take a minute before I ever fully recover. Don't want to go back to the old self. No. I'm taking such a huge risk because of what I went through. And I'm so glad that I went through what I went through. Because it's that like midlife, that crisis that comes and wakes you up and says, you think this is worse, it can get worse. But after you hit rock bottom, there's no other place to go than up. So if you're out there arguing, saying COVID is not real, saying shut up and wear your fucking mask. And if you're sick and maybe you bump into this video, I fought. You can fight and you can get through this. This is the first time I'm telling out this story out loud, so you guys have gotten the frontal seat. Forgive my tears. This is just something that I'm slowly processing and getting to understand the magnitude of what happened to me, but I'm better now. Physically, mentally, spiritually, I'm better, and I'm grateful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't comment about my tears, but if you've had COVID, if you've been sick and you're symptomatic and you're extremely sick, please share your experience. I'd like to know. And hospitals are full if you can't take care of yourself. There's no way I could have gone to a hospital because hospitals are full. If you don't take anything out of this video, just know if you get sick right now, you'll die at home or you'll fight the virus at home because hospitals are full. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It means a lot to me, you guys. And this is now officially our new venture. It's our job, so help me pay my bills, okay?